Good evening, Teacher Penny's here. My name is Pennie Meyer. I have been teaching the children from 0 to 5 for the past 17 years. And before I say anything today, I want to wish everybody being safe in the East Coast of America. So, today I'm going to share about how to live penny to penny. So, let me share my experience and I will let you know how I survive with penny to penny and have some more stuff to live here, have a home to live. So before that, I had no home, of course. I lived in New York, and I had to move back from New York because one of my brother owned the restaurant, opened the restaurant. So I moved back from New York to Los Angeles, to California, and try to help my brother set up the restaurant. But the restaurant didn't do so well, so I had to find a second job. But before I moved back, I set budget for 6 months. So you always have to do that. You always set the budget for 6 months to live. And that was from November. I have November until what? April or May, basically. So that was 6 months. Then again, I struggled, had not enough money because my brother didn't make money for the restaurant. So I had to find a morning, or was it morning and afternoon job, which is 8 hours jobs, 9 to 5. You can say that. So, but actually, I think it started from 8 to 4. So, and after that, I went back to work in the evening with my brother restaurant, or after late afternoon at my brother restaurant. So I had two jobs basically back then. Then that time, luckily, that the rent is only like 600 to 700. But you know what? It was really high back then, for the high rent in California, because the minimum wages is different. And so then I found a job as a secretary, and I worked until May. So after I work until May, and then there's a Gulf War, which is Kuwait, Iraq and Kuwait. So that was unfortunate for me. That Gulf War came, and I was struggle with that. Then I had no food to eat, so 6 months was up, and I had to look for a new job, because that job that I worked, it didn't work out. And somehow, I didn't like the job, basically, because it's not really a good job for me as a woman to work with so many men, and I was by myself, so I didn't feel comfortable to work there. And it's also personal things also. But the Gulf War caused me not to be able to find a job easily, but I didn't give up. So one evening dinner, I had no food to eat. The next day, of course. So I had steamed rice in the pot and the two hot dogs, and that's it. And that was my last meal, you know. And I said, oh my gosh, I had no money. I didn't have money to buy food. 6 months was over. How am I going to pay rent? It's going to be really hard for me. And the rent, it was $675. And I didn't know what to do back then. I prayed and I prayed, and I said, oh my goodness, please. So one of my friends suggested me to steal the food at the supermarket. But of course I didn't do it, and I said that would be ridiculous. I would be in prison instead, because it's a camera, of course, and people see. But that wasn't out of my mind. It's not in my intention at all. So I didn't like that suggestion. But the rice, I never forget that rice, one bowl of rice with a piece of hot dog, because I had to share another piece with my ex-husband. So we shared that last bowl, and that's it. And hopefully I would get a job next day. So yeah, the next day I got a job. I got LA Times, and I got a job from parking management company, which so blessed that I got that job. And back then there's no computer, no cell phone and nothing. And 1990, that back then. And So I was so lucky that I have a job next day. It was really hard, and I didn't have high education, but I was blessed that my boss or my supervisor hired me. So I thank God for that, I guess, and I thank Buddha and God back then. So I was not Christian yet back then. And so after that, I survived with one car because, and then I got divorced. I had no car. Here goes again. Pennie collapsed. I moved out to the smaller place. It cost me like a $475 to live. That's $475 was not easy either. And just to live by myself that time for like, what, for $10 per hour, $10 per hour. So it was really hard for me, and I had to take the bus, and I live in the neighborhood kind of like in LA. It's not that great, and I have to carry an umbrella, try to like anybody come near me, my purse, I hold it tight, and I would beat that person up. I don't care. I got umbrella every single day. Every single day I struggle. So just by myself to live. And the funny thing, in the street that I live, one side called burn, like you burn the house. The other side called normal or abnormal, you can say. So it's such a funny name, the street near where I live. But I was able to, and I have so high debts for marriage. My ex-husband always had no job, and it was really hard for me to live and to struggle penny to penny every single month, and I had no car. So luckily that I decided to move down from that trashy and bad neighborhood. No, that I would like panic every day that who's gonna hit me, who's gonna hurt me every night when I work overtime and came back so late at 9 o'clock. And then I went to college to study psychology back then too, back in 1992. So it was not so easy. So I moved out, and I moved back with my moving with my dad actually, and back in with my dad, and I pay rent for 100 or 200, and I was blessed. I was really blessed, and I was able to get a car. I was able to drive to work. Didn't have to take the bus no more. Things got better and better and better, and then I, you know, moved to luxury out of my father's house and moved to the luxury place and pay rent for like what, $200 or something. It's an amazing place, believe it or not. I live right on the beach, condominium co-op or something, on the 10th floor, the corner room with the Queen Mary. Imagine that, Queen Mary at Long Beach. It's just an amazing place, and I love my roommate. She was wonderful. She's like a big sister to me. I had a life, and I got another car. I leased the other car, brand new. So I changed my car every 1 or 2 years. I never had a new car, old car, because one of my friends who taught me about, how to live life in penny to penny. Also, she said, don't drive the old car because you're the woman. You should not drive the old car because the cars always break down and you by yourself. You need to have a stable car and you earn enough just to pay. And also that sometimes I know you're paying, she said, sometimes I know you're paying the debt, but you know what? Once in your lifetime, you couldn't take vacation. You couldn't do anything. You can't do that. You had to live your life. You work so hard. You deserve something. And it was, at least I pay off the debt. I mean, I pay minimal, little by little, but I pay. So I pay credit card little by little, little by little. Imagine that. It was like almost about 20,000 debts I had back then, and I was only 27 years old. I was 24 years old. I had debts already. It's amazing, created by some guy I met, and got married, of course. So, and it was not easy, I tell you. So, I had to, retreat myself to enjoy life. I cannot suffer myself, like keep the money and 365 days and not going anywhere and be happy, you know, and not able to date anybody, not able to see my friends. But I was blessed. I had, low rent to pay. So I thank my girlfriends for that, my roommates that who gave me. I slept on the couch. Imagine that. I slept on the couch at that apartment with my girlfriend, and they all have their own room. And then, of course, one of them not there, and I would go to their rooms. That's life. I live in luxury. I pay $200 rent. It's amazing. And I earn $10, or even $11 per hour, and driving a new car. Oh my gosh. I mean, I had life. I enjoyed my life back then. I was so happy. I was able to take my dad to New York, and I saved the money by flying back and forth New York, East Coast, in New York and California. I earned mileage. I have never paid for the plane tickets since 1989. Imagine that. Because I earned mileage. Because I flew a lot back and forth every holidays New York. I had money in New York back then. But because I married the wrong guy but that's okay, whatever bad thing in the past, it's gone. So you start all over again. So penny to penny, you see that? But retreat yourself too. You work so hard. Don't just like, I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm just going to save the money. But you can manage the money. You can budget yourself. That I always keep, okay, 25% I pay rent, right? So all those years, I pay $100 rent at my brother's house and live with my dad. I pay, 200 or less, living in Long Beach in a luxury. Woo! Beautiful Queens Mary. Oh my God. You see the ocean and hear the ocean waves. It's I have a life back there, And then I moved back to my dad because my girlfriend had to move to Canada or somewhere. So then I moved back. I had a roommate, and I don't know. Life is wonderful. How about that? I mean, and I really enjoy it, and I was so glad, that I have a good life and live to penny. And then I met somebody, I got married, have 2 children, and of course didn't work out. There's no love there and shouldn't be there, period. So that's how I believe in. So here you go again, $160,000 I owe. Can you imagine that? I lost every single penny, and I owe $160,000. I'm not embarrassed about this. But you know what? My life came back little by little. One thing, the rule is that you have to have savings to save somewhere. Like you can buy gold, you can buy silver and gold. My mom always said that you should not sell your gold and silver until you have no pennies at all in your wallet. And that would be the last thing you sell. And you have to have how do you call it, IRA, which is a retirement money, just in case. I know that the government will tax you. So we can talk about that financial next time. I can explain to you detail. So this is how I live, and then I got married, and we have 2 children, and then I bought a house in a cheap price. But I'm going to teach you guys how to buy a cheap house and pay less property tax, and the price go up. But the thing is, I rent some places too, and I use equity. So I'm going to explain that to you next time. But this is my life. Imagine that. I live penny to penny. When I divorce, I have $160,000 debts. And of course, I have no choice to file bankruptcy, right? So, but I'm not ashamed of myself, because you know what? I'm by myself. I have to live penny to penny. I got no choice. Whatever it worked to make me survive, to have things right now, and have life able to pay so many things and pay off certain thing and lose something. So I lose my name on a credit score, so it doesn't matter. But right now I'm creating it back. So thing is up and down. It's always not easy. But don't give up. It's so hard to live, but never give up. I my life is like a climate, go up and down, up and down. It's like a hurricane hit me hard, you know, and it was not easy to live in America. It's not easy to live anywhere. Even if I gone back to Thailand, it might not be easy for me either. For as a single woman, it might not be easy. So if you lucky marry a guy, I'm blessed. I mean, you are so blessed. Right now, I'm blessed what I have. So there's so many people can go to the beach. You can go to the beach for free. You just pay gas. So, but don't forget, no matter how much you have to pay the bills, but don't forget, your health is so important. If your health is no good, your bills collapse as well. Your body collapse, your bill collapse. So your health always have to be healthy. So you have to take good care of yourself. I know everything is collapsed right now for some people. Some people lose job or something, but it will come back. Things gonna happen no matter what, And take a deep breath. Just start new and do not worry so much. Just do whatever you have, whatever you can right now. And that's all it matters. So you can still breathe. That's very meaningful to your life already. So your brain, if you go crazy, your brain gonna get squeezed and you're gonna get what? You might have a brain tumor and then get cancer. So you don't want that, right? So you have to focus. Take a deep breath, shoulder down, breathe, and focus. And find a way to solve the problem. And as always, if you're doing good, I'm sure God or Buddha or whoever up there, down there somewhere watching you. So I'm sure if you believe in Buddhists, pray. If you believe in God, pray. If you want to go see psychology, go. If the government pay for you, why not? Just take that. Take whatever you can. You can do it. You're a man or woman, I don't care. Just do it. Live penny to penny. It's not easy, but you can do. And you notice that I put makeup because today I went to see my girlfriend, and it was fun, and I enjoy it. That's why I said if I have to see somebody, I will put makeup. But if I don't see me only at home, I don't want to waste my makeup. It's so expensive. And not about that. I don't like to crack. See, if I wear makeup, my skin get dry, and then I get lines all over, crack. So I prefer not to put makeup because the powder make my face all cracked up and dry and make me old later on after I put it in. So it's not good. So moisture, it's always good for your skin. So that's the reason I stay young. I'm not 60. So, and I might look, I don't know, who knows? So you guys have to guess. All right. So anyway, I have a problem with my Facebook download. So I only gonna have to use YouTube to do it. So, and I hope you guys don't mind that. And I know I kind of lose a lot of view. Some people kind of give up on me. But you know what? Whatever it is what it is. So be cool, be calm, be safe. Whoever on the East Coast, I pray for you to be safe. And thank you for listening. And please stay penny to penny if you can and learn to find a way to make it better. So whoever make it up high already, you're being blessed. And whoever go down low, take a deep breath, focus, it will come up. Trust me. Okay? Somebody will take care of you. Thanks for listening. Goodbye. Talk to you next time.